Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where I love to talk about pop culture and especially K-pop. In today's video, I'll be responding to unpopular K-pop opinions. A few weeks ago, I asked on Twitter, Instagram, and my community tab here on YouTube for you guys to share your unpopular opinions about K-pop, so thank you so much to everyone who responded. I'm going to share some of the opinions you guys shared and give my honest takes on them. I'll be sharing all the opinions anonymously, and as usual, all my responses and thoughts are simply my opinion, and if you disagree, please don't be mean about it. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. Chart competitiveness, fandom wars, and hateful behavior towards both idols and other fans have ruined the enjoyment of K-pop. Okay, so this is something that I think K-pop fans have been expressing for a while now, and I agree. I remain in K-pop fandom because I genuinely enjoy a lot of the music and content, but when it comes to the behavior of fandoms, I absolutely agree that it's taken a turn for the worse, and I totally see how that can be a turnoff for many people who are newly getting into K-pop. I've been a K-pop fan for almost 20 years at this point, and there has been a very noticeable shift in the behavior of fandoms that started to happen as the amount of group debuts increased and K-pop's global popularity increased, and also with the rise of online streaming. I remember back in the early days of YouTube, we were happy if our faves got 100,000 views, and now if a group doesn't get 10 million views, haters will call them a flop. There's just been a very weird increased focus on numbers and breaking records instead of just enjoyment of the music. I think K-pop fans need to leave the obsessing over numbers to the execs and investors of the companies. As long as the groups you like are still active and putting out music, that should be enough for you. The idols already deal with these insane pressures from their companies, and I don't think us as fans should further push those narratives. Just enjoy the music. It's really that simple. NCT 127 has one of the best discographies in K-pop, but non-N citizens continue to speak down on them because they've only heard Sticker. So if you've been following me for a while, either here or on Twitter, you know that I'm a huge NCT 127 fan. So naturally, yeah, I agree with this. I can make a whole video of this, but something that I've noticed is that a lot of people have this misconception of NCT in general. I think a lot of it has to do with people not understanding their overall concept or finding it gimmicky, and then never giving their actual music a chance. Talking about NCT 127 specifically, this is a group that has dabbled in essentially every popular music genre, including EDM, R&B, hip-hop, acoustic, electropop, trap, and more. And yet people tend to just pigeonhole them to noise music. Sticker came out almost 4 years ago, and a lot of people still reference that song specifically when describing 127's overall sound. And I just think that's totally incorrect if you compare that song to the rest of their discography. Whether you like Sticker or not, I don't think it makes sense to use that song to judge their entire discography, because they don't even have another song in their discography that really sounds like that, in my opinion. I really implore anyone who hasn't taken a deep dive into 127's discography to do that. I'm almost certain you will find something you like. Boy group fandoms are more loyal than girl group fandoms. So I'm surprised that this is even considered an unpopular opinion because it is very obviously true. This is not to say that there aren't loyal girl group fans. I would say that the fandoms of groups like Blackpink, Girls' Generation, and 21 are very loyal. But overall, and especially in terms of groups that are 4th gen and younger, it does seem that fans are more fickle. They love the latest girl group for a hot minute and then are so quick to drop them as soon as another group debuts. I think this is something that can be unpacked in so many ways. I think it's a mix of misogyny, lackluster promotion techniques by the companies, and fandom competitiveness. I've noticed that a girl group can release a string of bangers and then they may drop a song or two that doesn't get as great of a response, and then their fandom drops them. A good example of this is STAYC, who were easily one of the top girl groups for a couple of years, from about 2020 to 2022, and then they released Beautiful Monster to mixed reviews, and then people just kind of stopped talking about them. I feel like in contrast, boy groups can release a couple of bad singles, change concepts, or take long hiatuses, and for the most part, their fans will stick by them. Interestingly though, girl groups tend to have greater appeal with the general public outside of hardcore fandom, and tend to perform better in terms of digital sales. So things kind of even out in that sense. It's a really interesting phenomenon, and I'd love to hear what you guys think of this in the comments because this is something people are always fighting about on Twitter. Blackpink is a talented group. They just lack the content to showcase what their potential is. I agree with this 100% and have felt this for years. As of 2025, Blackpink have been a group for 9 years and they have only released 4 albums, with 2 of those being mini albums. Collectively, their Korean discography consists of less than 30 songs. Let me repeat that. Blackpink have been a group for almost a decade and they have less than 30 songs to their name. I really don't have much to say about this. It's exhausting and annoying, and I'm just so happy that the girls are all releasing solo albums this year, and we're finally getting to see them experiment with different sounds and styles and make the exact type of music that they always wanted to. I can only hope that we get more group releases from them for at least a couple more years, but I'm honestly not holding my breath for that because all YG Entertainment does is lie, and with the debut of their latest girl group Baby Monster last year, it seems like that will be their main priority going forward. It is what it is, and I'm just happy that the Blackpink girls seem to be in great places right now. Fan calls should stop. It's the same people who win over and over again because they bulk buy the albums. It's boring for the idols, and some fans are straight up disrespectful and rude. Let the idols rest instead. Amen. So fan video calls became a thing back in 2020 when the pandemic hit and idols weren't able to do in-person fan events. It made sense for that period of time, but in my opinion, they should have stopped after a couple of years once the idols were able to tour and hold traditional fan sign events again. I think that the idea of fan calls is cute in theory, but unfortunately, they've become another source for extreme parasocialism, and pretty much every week I see footage of a fan doing or saying something inappropriate to an idol. Whether it's asking them invasive personal questions or telling them to do stupid and demeaning things like meow like a cat or call me mommy. It seems like the fans who win these fan calls aren't even vetoed in any way before they talk to the idol, which is just so crazy to me because some of them have been found to be stalkers or problematic in other ways. Like this person mentioned, the issue of the same fans winning these fan calls over and over again also just makes the entire thing unfair and just stale at this point. It just seems like something that is unnecessarily draining and boring for the idols, and I agree that it's time to stop them.
It should be. I don't know. I think it's done.
So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my hot takes on some of these controversial topics. I'll probably do a couple more videos like this year, so if you have more unpopular opinions, please leave them in the comments down below and I will get to them soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye.